What's up, pizza punks? It's Missy, and today we're going to be talking about how Etsy can kiss my ass. As many of you know, I was running an Etsy shop called Baby Boo Boutique. I made this shirt. On Etsy for over 2 years. I was doing so well on there that I actually quit my full-time job and got to work on it every single day. Well, not no freaking more. So I'm gonna be telling you about how they shut my shop down for the dumbest freaking reasons and what I did about it. So like I said, I was on Etsy for over 2 years. I was 5 sales away from having 2,000 orders. I was making a normal person's minimum wage job salary every year doing this. Like, it was wonderful. Until it wasn't. Besides the fact that they shut my shop down, which we'll talk about in a minute, leading up to it, I started noticing that they were taking more and more and more of my money. So I had an ads campaign through them where I paid and they would post my stuff on like Google and all that stuff. But I only had like a $30 a month limit. Like, if it went to $30, I wouldn't have any more ads. That was a lie. Like, the last month that I got charged for it, I think they charged me $50 or $60 without my consent. I didn't check anywhere for them to charge me more. They just were. And then on top of that, their fees for listing, for selling, for shipping, for printing their shipping labels, all racked up. And I was probably only making half of what I was selling my products for, which is crap. So I was already thinking about stepping away from Etsy. I just didn't think it was gonna happen this fast. So I was running my shop for over a year, no problems. And then one day I get an email saying that one of my products was removed for a copyright policy infringement. The shirt that I sold was my own design that I created myself. So I'm like, who the heck is trying to copyright my stuff? So I go into it, and here it's Gerber. You know, the baby company. So what happened was, when I first started my shop, I called all of my baby clothes onesies, because that's what they are. When you look at a little baby shirt with little snaps on the crotch, what do you think of it? A onesie. Well, apparently that's a copyrighted freaking word. Who knew? Who knew you could even copyright a word? Not me. So Google reached out to Etsy, selected one of my designs for some reason, and said that I was stealing their word and saying that it was mine, which obviously wasn't the case at all. I was clearly just stating that it's a onesie, because that's what it is. And I was also letting my customers know that if you buy my product, you're getting a Gerber brand bodysuit onesie with your design on it. Because whenever I go to the store and I see Gerber, I automatically know that's a good quality brand. But they're also super petty. So I had to go through this big appeal process, contact Gerber, contact Etsy, tell them, hey, I was unaware that that was a copyrighted word. What do you want me to do? That's my design. So Gerber reached back out to me and said, that's fine, just change anything on your Etsy that says onesie to something that's not that word. That's what I did. They closed that case, relisted my item, no problems. All I had to do was change it from onesie to something else. So I spent the day sitting at my computer, going through, changing every title of my baby clothes to bodysuit instead of onesie, which, for as much as I know, bodysuit's not a copyrighted word. I changed all the titles, but then I ran into the problem of having to change every single description on my 50 plus items from onesie to bodysuit, and that was going to take eons. But Etsy had this magical little thing implemented on their site that you could change or add a word to every single listing on your site. So I was like, hey, that's convenient, let's do it. So I went into that little program and typed in to change the word onesie or onesies to the word bodysuit. Hit the go button and it went boom, changed everything. All of the word onesies were no longer, everything tagged with onesie was no longer, and everything said bodysuit. Cool, perfect. I checked on a couple of my best sellers that I knew that were being promoted in a lot of places, and it all looked fine. The title, the description, everything said bodysuit, not onesie. So I thought I was in the clear. About 6 or 7 months later, we are reaching year 2 of running my shop. smoothly. And I get another email saying that another one of my products with my own personal design that I created myself was removed for copyright infringement. And I'm like, what the heck? What is going on? If this is Gerber again, we're going rounds. Open it up, lo and behold, it's Gerber. You're using our word onesie, blah, 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 blah. No, I wasn't. I look into it. It was one of my lesser sold designs, so I never really checked on it. And in the description, Etsy's magical little program that changed words didn't properly change onesie in this one listing. So instead of it changing from onesie to bodysuit, it mashed them together and it was like onesie bodysuit or something like that. So the word was two words combined, making an imaginary word, but it still said onesie in there somewhere. And Gerber threw a fit. So I did my contacts again and contacted Etsy and Gerber, told them what I just told you, how I used Etsy's magic little program to change all the words, and that one slipped through the crack. Obvious accident. Wasn't trying to steal their word or claim it as my own. It simply just got missed. So again, Gerber said it's fine. Just delete it off of there. We'll reinstate your product through Etsy. Everything's good. My listing got put back up, changed the word to bodysuits. Everything was all good. Until I got an email from Etsy later that day saying that I needed to be careful because I had a lot of copyright problems. So I messaged them and said, hey, what are my copyright problems? Am I doing something else? Was it just the Gerber things? And they said it was because I had 2 strikes with Gerber. And I said, okay, well, they were resolved. Those products were put back on the shop. No problems. Gerber said it was fine as long as I changed it. I provided proof that I changed it. What's going on? And they said, that doesn't matter. You have 2 strikes. Even though the problem was resolved, it still didn't matter. So after that, I went through and took anything on my shop and got rid of it if it was super copyrighted. Because I was selling some horror themed onesies on there that probably would have got flagged. So I took them all off. I didn't delete them entirely. I just deactivated them, which meant that nobody could search for them. Nobody could see them. I couldn't sell them. They were not on Etsy. They weren't on Google. They weren't anywhere. They were just in my shop inventory, I guess, and the only person that could see it was me. One of the designs that I got rid of was a Scream onesie, which was a design that I bought from another Etsy seller. This reflecty thing going on. I have a Cricut mat over there and the sun's hitting it, so please excuse that. But I bought the design from another Etsy seller that sent me the cut file for my Cricut and also a license agreement saying that I was allowed to sell this image. It was fine. It was not anything copyrighted because it was their own drawing. That was a lie. Me being naive 2 years ago when I bought that, put it on a onesie, bodysuit, and was selling it on my site. I didn't sell that many of them, but whenever I was taking off products from my site, that was one of the ones I deleted. Well, apparently, even if you delete things from your Etsy, they can still flag you because that was their final straw. On New Year's Eve this past year, I got an email saying that my Etsy shop was completely shut down because of a copyright infringement policy. So again, I thought, what the hell, Gerber, what did I mess up this time? And then I noticed that it was for an item that I wasn't even selling anymore. So I'm like, what the heck? How can they flag me for something that I wasn't even selling? And I didn't have it on my shop for a good 6 or 7 months before I got this. So I tried to appeal it and Etsy replied, it was a copyrighted image, blah, blah, blah. It goes against our terms and conditions. You're not allowed to be a seller anymore. So I told them like, hey, that image was somebody's drawing that I bought that they said I was allowed to sell. They said that didn't matter. They said it still too closely resembled the actual character and had to remove it. So before they can even contact me about it, tell me that it wasn't even on my shop, and to remove it, they just deleted my entire site, which to me is sketchy and bullcrap. Like if I wasn't selling it and wasn't making money on it, why was it even flagged? How was it even flagged? It was like they were searching for a way to shut my shop down. So then I went to the shop that I bought the image off of and they don't even have it on their site anymore. So they must have gotten in trouble too. But I still think it's the strangest thing that an item that I wasn't even selling was what got my shop shut down. I would be more understanding if I was selling it and making hundreds and thousands of dollars off of this copyrighted image, but I wasn't. It was a deleted item from my shop, and they waited 2 years basically to tell me, hey, you can't do that. So Etsy's no more. Basically lost my job because that's how I made money every month. So I went through a mourning phase where everything in the universe sucked and I wanted to die, and I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm 9 months pregnant. I can't get a job right now. What am I gonna do? So I made my own website. It's still called Baby Boo Boutique, but now it's on Shopify. I have to run it myself. Everything that I do on there, I have to program and do myself. The marketing I have to do myself, and that's scary because with Etsy, that's a platform. People go on there, search things, see your products. Now it's my job to put my stuff out there, which is another reason why I'm making this video, to try to get people to see it. Here's my store so far, if it'll focus. It has all of my stuff from Etsy on there, and some new designs and all that stuff. I still sell my baby onesies, bodysuits, my binky clips, I have adult shirts, I have matching sets. Someone is outside and my security camera seen it. I also have my AcidPentagramPizza merch on there. I had a video talking about that a month or so ago. That is where you'd get AcidPentagramPizza merch. I have it listed on my YouTube channel. On like the homepage, you can see my shop, and I think it goes underneath of all my videos now too. But basically, I sell alternative baby clothes for babies, toddlers, kids. I sell adult shirts that are alternative. I have my merch shirts on there. And then I also sell baby accessory things like bibs and burp cloths, binkies, all that stuff. And everything's handmade. I design them, I sew them, I do it all. So this is just a couple of the designs that I make. These are from our Valentine's Day drop. Says, I love you, a skeleton. I'm baddie for you. How cute. Call me never. But I have those in baby sizes too. And what's cool is all of my designs, if you want it in an adult shirt, I can make it in an adult shirt. But that's like some of the stuff that I sell on there. No copyrighted things, of course. And I definitely didn't call anything onesie on there this time. I was running smooth on Etsy, and they just swooped in and said, not no more. So I will say not no more to Etsy. They banned me so hard that I'm not even allowed to shop on their site anymore. Like, they banned my IP address. That's how bad it was. Over 2 mistakes and something that was deleted. So yeah, I had to make my own website because of it. So if you have an Etsy shop, be very careful, because if they can delete my shop over an item that I wasn't even selling, just imagine if you were. Doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Life moves on, and you just gotta keep going. And that's why I made my own website. It would mean the world to me if you guys checked it out. Even if you didn't buy anything, even if you don't have a kid, but if you just checked out the site or shared it on your Facebook, on any of your socials, that would be awesome. Because this is my job. This is what I do for a living, is make my stuff. Link is in the description. Like I said, it does show some of my products along the bottom of my videos and stuff. I feel like I rambled a lot in this, and I don't know where I'm going with it now, but so that was that, guys. I hope you enjoyed listening to me complain about Etsy and learn about my new website. Comment down below if you had any weird, bad problems with Etsy, or if you like my new website, comment something positive. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button to join our eternal pizza party, where I do videos at least once a week. This week, you got 2 videos. Look at that. But that was that, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a super duper fantastic rest of your day. Mwah.